but is certainly balm for the soul. Now, it is Mental Health Awareness Week coming up shortly. It runs from the 16th till the 22nd of May. Dr. Ramya Mohan is a senior consultant psychiatrist and medical educator. She's also an artist, a musician and author, and her latest exhibition is called Wondrous Surprise. It opens at the Indian High Commission in London next Monday, and she's with me now. Hello, welcome to the programme.
Thank you, Susie.
Now, you've been hard at work in the clinical practice all day. Just tell me a little about the music that you've been recording in this project that you've embarked on.
Excellent. So I've always been very interested in bringing together the creative arts and neuroscience, obviously being a psychiatrist and a performing musician for quite a while. Based on this, we did some research looking at basically we looked at the existing research on music, existing research on therapeutic techniques like mindfulness and guided imagery, and existing research on emotions. And what I found was exciting, because the same areas of the brain actually light up when you play a piece of music or when you're processing an emotion. So it got me thinking, because I thought, well, actually emotion is such a dynamic thing. It doesn't stay static, and it's multimodal. So when you're actually approaching emotional processing, why not use music as a way in? Because it's such a gentle way in, and it's because the creative arts tend to actually work on the healthy aspect of our brain and promote that and enhance that. So that got me thinking, and I pulled together. So I got together with a couple of wonderful musicians and linguists, we got together with a few pieces looking at how emotional processing could be done through music and the use of therapeutic techniques, various therapeutic techniques. And that's
is it pure music? Is it speech, as you would expect in mindfulness? Is it how have you created this?
So it's a combination of things. There is vocalization in it, which is about labeling the emotion, which is the first step to self-awareness, knowing what emotion you're experiencing at the moment, and then using that in a self-guided way, actually in a supported way, but you're practicing it on your own, using that and the music, the knowledge we have about music. So I've pulled together the best of Indian classical music, because I'm a trained Indian classical musician. So pull that together with Western contemporary music to give it a bit of a global feel, and to increase the reach, really make it applicable to most people in modern day society. Hopefully that's the idea, certainly.
So if you're working on labelling emotions and you're labelling rage or frustration or happiness or joy, how much, I understand the verbalizations that you might use to get people to access those emotions. How did you decide on the kind of music that was correct? Of course now that the emotional part of the brain, the musical part of the brain are very, very much aligned. How do you know what the right music is for a particular emotion?
That's a very, very valid question. So when someone is angry, or they're frustrated, or they're really sad, what we don't want to do is say, well, actually, you know what, you need to be relaxing. So why don't we just play this music for you? Because it's hard to shift them from the middle of the emotion straight to that. So what we did was we incorporated an acknowledgement of the emotion at that point in time. So the music, for example, in the anger piece within the technique, actually uses distorted drums and a feeling of almost kind of discordant feeling, but not something to actually overexcite, but more as a way of acknowledgement. And as you go through the piece, it's about supporting that into more kind of soothing, harmonic music. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear some right now.
Thank you. jubilation. And with every breath, I pull myself back into this moment, into this moment, into this moment, here and now.
That's music to help one process emotions by Dr. Ramya Mohan on vocals there. Who are the people that you collaborated with in the recording?
So I've really been lucky, some wonderful musicians and collaborators. Dr. Nandakumara, who's a Sanskrit scholar and linguist, and the executive director of the Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Balu Raghuraman, who's the resident violin teacher there and also ex-faculty Trinity College of Music, and Dr. Amal, who's a GP and a musician, and he's contributed to the backing track and the production and the rest, yeah.
What do your colleagues in psychiatry make of the sort of artistic side of what you do? It's one of those things where we're taught to believe that music and medicine seem very, very far away very often. One is, of course, that highly rigorous, empirical, rational thing, and the other is something completely different. So what do your colleagues make of what you do?
So it's actually, I tell my medical trainees that the approach to medicine itself is a creative art. So I think we shouldn't be looking at it as art and science. I think we need to be looking at a broader term called creativity, because even the approach to medicine is a creative art. And when you look at it that way, it opens up so many possibilities at every step of the process. And that is something that I certainly work with I work within the NHS, and I have the opportunity to work with some wonderful art therapists and, those who do drama therapy and the like. So work with some incredibly creative people, but also working within the remit of a healthcare environment where it's quite scientifically driven and guideline based. So in that sense, I think I've been really lucky, because I've had a lot of support from both the medical fraternity and the arts fraternity in terms of the work I'm doing to bring the two worlds together. So everyone's been really, really, excited, curious, and very supportive.
It feels to me, though, like we're not very far down that road in terms of our understanding of the profound impact that music and the arts can have on mental health, and maybe somehow that the Western world is too medicalised or not open enough, as you say, to creativity. How much further do you think there is to go in terms of exploring emotions through art and music?
Well, the ideas certainly have tried to make a start, but also in terms of what's coming out, I think what we really require is more kind of larger scientific, well-structured scientific studies really supporting the same process. And if that happens, I don't see why we should. There's so much of a focus on mental health now, especially in the next decade. WHO says it's going to be the second biggest cause of morbidity after heart disease. So there is so much of a requirement, really. And why focus solely on illness or combating illness when you can actually work on preventing illness through the use of the creative arts, and when you can work on supporting recovery in a gentle way?
I don't think anybody could possibly argue with you, Ramya. It's such a compelling argument. We're going to hear some more of your music. Just tell me briefly before that what people can expect to see if they come to the exhibition.
So I'm very excited about this exhibition because I've been an artist for a long time, had a few exhibitions, and I find art is something that gives me so much of a wonderful outlet for my stress after hard day's work. So that's reflected in my paintings, and my artwork, it's a mix of media. I've got oils and I've got watercolors as well, and basically it's about looking at life through the lens of a psychiatrist, as a mother, as a musician, as an artist. So looking at life through various lenses, really, and bringing them all together. So I really hope people have a good experience. Oh, there's one other thing. There's also going to be like an art mosaic project where people who come in can actually put their thoughts about the exhibition and about the artwork into an artwork that they collate themselves. So hopefully it will unleash the inner artists in some of you. So please do come along.
Great to hear about your passions, both musical and medical.
Thank you so
Dr.
much.
Ramya Mohan, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. With patience and compassion, I stay in this moment, here and now. With patience and forgiveness in every breath, I stay in this moment, here and now. I'm drawn to my inner beauty. The goodness within me is my true strength, my real beauty. There is hope. There is hope. And as I look forward, with every breath, I pull myself back into this moment, here and now. Shadow.
And that music will be released on the 19th of May, part of an album from Dr. Ramya Mohan called Cape. You can get more details via the Radio 3 website. And her exhibition is called Wondrous Surprise. That opens at the Nehru Centre of the Indian High Commission in London next Monday, and it runs until the 20th of May.